What's up, all you beautiful people? Your boy, the Vazslap, is in the building for the third day of the racing, the third race weekend. And it's my favorite track, Imola. Got a sprint race as well, which should be a lot of fun. I think Imola would actually make a really good sprint race, so I'm excited for that one. And then, of course, the main race. We've got all of that coming up. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you get notified. Give us the thumbs up. Leave a comment or two below. While the race is going on, let me know what you guys think of how the race pans out. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but make sure you guys stay tuned. It's a good race. Guys, we got a big race coming up. We haven't done much since last video, obviously. We did Abu Dhabi, where we got a 1-2. Nothing, you know, just chilling. 1-2. It was very close between us and Tsunoda and Sainz in the end. Piastri dominated this race, though. He was so good, wasn't he? He was so good. Not much else to talk about. We have Imola, one of my favorite Grand Prix races in real life as well. We've got a sprint race this weekend. Quali is going to be raining, but at least you got sunshine on both sprint races. And of course, as sprint races go, I tend not to show the qualies. It just makes the videos way too long. So I'm just hoping that it comes right. With that being said, we can go straight to our race targets. Right, as usual. Sorry, I forgot to record that. Third and fifth. That's what we're aiming for. All right, we've got sprint qualification. Is what we're doing now. We'll come back for the sprint race. Unless something exciting happens in the quali, I doubt it. But we'll come back for the sprint race. Right, guys, so we got sprint quali out of the way. Really nothing much to really talk about. First section, Lawson, probably the biggest shock that got out in the Alpine. He's been very, very quick. We did get knocked out in the second round with Yuki Tsunoda. He was just struggling for pace. And got blocked a little bit in traffic, but he did finish, what's that? 11, 12, 13th. So there's that. And then, of course, the main race. This is how we're lining up. Max Verstappen going to take pole. Sainz, Norris, Stroll, Antonelli, Piastri just behind. Did have the fastest Q2. We just couldn't get pace, guys. We just couldn't get pace for this one. Shout out to Award, making a good start for Kick. Right, we're going to start on the softs. Of course, it is a sprint race. That's what you do. Softs till the end. 21 laps of Imola. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's go racing.
The drivers here at Imola, ready.
All right, it is race time. We're underway. We're sort of, 3 rows back with Piastri. Tsunoda's a little bit further back down the group. Tsunoda, a couple of guys carrying penalties and things like that. Tsunoda trying to get in front there. Pouchet got a bit lucky. He was carrying a grid penalty. And they're using it for the sprint race for some reason because he lost 5 seconds. He had a 5 second from the last race after he caused the accident, took out his teammate Okan. We're on board with Tsunoda. He's fighting with Okan, speaking of the devil. And he's trying his best to just try and get ahead of Pouchet there. He is now up into 13th, back to where he was. Albon has taken over Piastri, and then Okan's coming back. We are doing okay so far. We need Piastri to actually be a little bit more aggressive with his overtakes, as well as Tsunoda. There's a yellow flag. What happened? Zal's dropping. Gio turned wide. Oh, he's right at the back already. I mean, he was third from the back and just went a bit wide. Yeah.
Perhaps a little lapse in concentration.
Unlucky for Gio there, but on board with Yuki Tsunoda ahead of Fanny Okan, trying to push his way through. Obviously, this track is it's not a lot of opportunities for overtaking. other than this very long straight with the DRS here. It's not a wide track, which doesn't help with the overtaking a lot, but I still enjoy this track. I think this is one of the most fun tracks to actually watch in person as well. I think if I had to ever go to a Formula 1 race, it would definitely be this race. I think it's just brilliant. I think I'd love it. I'd love it out there in Italy. All right, Tsunoda trying to make the move on Magnussen, trying to fight his way through. Piastri's made the move on Albon. Let's have a look on that. Clean takeover. Look at that on the inside. Takeover to the outside through the chicane. Easy as picnic pie. That is brilliant.
Nice.
He's got a Haas car in front of him as well now, I think. He's definitely got a Haas car in front of him. What does he have? He's got Stroll in front of him. He's going to try and pass Stroll here. This is a interesting spot to try and pass him, and he's going to do it. Get in, Piastri. What was Tsunoda passing Magnussen? Sorry. Piastri did pass Stroll as well. I was watching Tsunoda. I thought it was Piastri. They both had Haas's in front of them. In my defense, we saw Tsunoda take Magnussen. Must Piastri take Stroll? I want to see that one. Show me Piastri taking Stroll. On board with Piastri now. Trying to get ahead of Norris. The Red Bulls, Ferrari and McLaren have been very quick. Well, when I say Ferrari and McLaren, one of them at least. Capaldi has definitely not been quick this race. Piastri has put in the fastest lap. And it's gunning hard. Sainz trying to make a move on Verstappen. Just couldn't get close enough. Tsunoda on the award. He's just passed Hadjar. Missed that. He's going to take a award. He can't take a award there. We might see the award take now. But there we go. On the DRS. Taking past the Hadjar in the Ferrari. His Ferrari has been very, very slow, guys. Hadjar has not had pace at all when it comes to his Ferrari. But he's going to take now Award as well. He's got Award in his sights. Just in front of him is Sargent and Iwasa. You can do it. You can do it. Ease up the tires a little bit.
Cool the tires.
Don't want to push too hard on the tires. We've got them up to temp. We can use a bit more fuel.
Copy.
He's got to get past the Ward. Piastri's taking Norris, guys. I missed that again. Oh, I'm so bad. So bad at just multitasking. Good little on the inside line. Beautifully done from Oscar Piastri. Of course, he is the current driver's leader in the championship. All eyes are on Oscar Piastri as he makes his way through the group. Tsunoda trying to make the move on Award, who's got a fault, and he's slowing him down a little bit. Piastri is closing the gap down on Antonelli as well. Oh, I ran out of battery. I should have checked that out. Alright. That means Piastri probably won't get enough on Kimi Antonelli, who is in DRS range of Sainz as well. We're going to try our best, though. We're definitely going to try our best to try and catch him. Award had DRS and Sargent all had DRS on Iwasa, and they are trying their best to get ahead. In fact, Sargent did get ahead of Iwasa. You can see the front sort of three have opened up a gap. Piastri just took Antonelli. They're fighting hard. Piastri's fighting hard with Antonelli. I almost saw that. Almost saw the move get stuck. I mean, it says Antonelli. He was ahead for like less than a second. Oh, we just missed. I was just watching that, and Award just ran wide. And Tsunoda is now through to take on Sargent. Can I have a look at that move? That was brilliant. We got some racing to do. We've got some racing to do. Oh, good move. Pushed Award a little bit wide. It's causing problems for Hadjar, which is nice as well. Now we need to get ahead of Sargent. That is the next move. And then we got Piastri hunting down Antonelli, Verstappen, and Sainz. Literally, what, 200th of a second, 500th of a second between the three of them there. The four of them, rather. Yuki Tsunoda right on the tail of Sargent. Going to try and on the inline, can't, but he should take him here. Deploy out of here. Deploy out of here. Go, Tsunoda. Take this move on Sargent. There you go. There you go. Go back to top up. Brilliantly done by Yuki Tsunoda on Sargent, and then we just missed. Piastri slipped in front of Antonelli thanks to the DRS. Guys, we're back at lap 13. Piastri has dropped down to 5th. He's absolutely struggling to keep up with the front four. Seems like the medium tire was the better option. Tsunoda and Albon have been just back and forth on DRS. That was close. Back and forth on DRS, really. Can try and make the move here. Can you outbrake him? He is. Goes a little bit wide than he should have. On the inside. There you go, Tsunoda. There you go, Tsunoda. Alright. There is a point where I might have to start looking at conserving the tires a little bit more. Piastri's taken back his position over Norris. And he has fallen off the pace a little bit. Antonelli's crept up nicely. But yeah, guys, I think the soft was not the best compound to choose here. But I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried. Sargent's mechanical fault is getting worse. I don't think I mentioned that before, but he's got a problem and it's gotten worse, and he's losing a lot of pace. Zhao is passing him. Mercedes have really been bad, eh? They had such a good car towards the end of last season, and they just lost their pace, to be honest. There you go. Albon just passed Tsunoda again on the DRS. Tsunoda does not have DRS here. That's not good.
Tires are in a good window.
Okay, guys, we're back with 3 laps left to go. Norris has just passed Piastri again. These Piastri, Verstappen, and Norris have sort of all been like replacing each other. Stroll has sort of entered into the mix as well. Sainz has sort of left Norris. It's Sainz and Antonelli at the top. They've just been, I mean, Antonelli's left them. He's dropped them absolutely amazingly. Verstappen has been dropped by Norris. Piastri's chilling there. Tsunoda and Award continue their battle, as you can see, of just one-upping each other, really. We do have a little bit of a fuel concern. For this next lap, I'm going to just go and conserve. Tire-wise, we should be fine. We should make it to the end. The only problem is the mediums are going to be a lot better compound to be on towards the last lap. So there's that. Alright, let's go conserve. Let's try and get that to 0. I don't want to end the race off with a safety car. Stroll just passed Piastri with DRS as well. Piastri still had DRS as well on Verstappen. But we are struggling for any pace. This is going to be an interesting main race. It's going to come down to strategies, I think, in the end. This main race. Hayajar just passed. Just passed Tsunoda as well. Saving of fuel is costing me a little bit as well. I made a huge mistake going on these softs, guys. Piastri's down to 6. Stroll just passed Verstappen. Oh, there we go. Come get back in there. Take Verstappen down. Norris has caught up to Sainz and passed them, and he's caught up to Antonelli. Stroll is very far behind. We need to get ahead of Stroll. We need to get ahead of Stroll. And we need Tsunoda to get ahead of Albania.
You're good to reduce left and coast.
Kind of don't want to pass him here. Kind of want him to pass him on after the DRS zone on the final lap. I think that'll be smarter. Same with Piastri. I need Piastri to pass Stroll here, but he's not going to. But he does have a nice little lead over Verstappen, so maybe 5th is looking good for Piastri. But if he can get ahead of Stroll at any point over here, that'll be actually great for Piastri's game. One has dropped Tsunoda, guys. I think Tsunoda's looking at 8. Is 8th points on the sprint race? I think it is. We're going to have to change our strategy a little bit for the race. I was thinking of doing a 1-stopper. We might need to do a 2-stopper, yeah. 1-stopper in Imola, it's doable. It's doable. Not a long track. I mean, if we can get 21 laps on softs, we can definitely do a 1-stopper. Stroll is defending hard, but there goes Piastri. Gets in Piastri. Tsunoda in the same sort of area. trying his luck. Just can't get in front of Albon. Stroll's taken back his position, by the way. Couldn't make it stick. And looks like Tsunoda also couldn't make his move stick. Stroll will finish in 4th. Piastri will finish. What a shout out for Stroll in the Haas. Finishing in 4th is absolutely amazing. Albon will take 7th. Hadjar is so close to Tsunoda. So is Iwasa. Oh, this is going to be tight for the end. Is he gonna? He's not gonna catch Tsunoda. Oh, there we go. I think Tsunoda's run out of fuel. Yeah, Tsunoda's run out of fuel. Is Piastri's still good. Cool. It's cool. Oh, what a sprint race. 5th and 8th. That is not good, guys. That is not good. He does have 2 sets of mediums, so if we see the hards aren't lasting as much as lap 40, we can put on mediums but earlier, and then that can go to the end. So there is that option. Yuki Tsunoda, if something happens like a safety car towards the end, we're going to have to go onto another set of mediums. We do have another set of mediums. We do have a set of hards as well. So there is those options at the moment. So that is what we're going for. We've got a couple of options available in terms of strategies. Let's go racing. Piastri in 4th, Tsunoda in 12th. We've got some racing to do. Here we go. Max Verstappen is on pole. We're a bit further beat on the 2nd row there. You can see us in 4th behind Carlos Sainz. Was it Sainz? It was Sainz. Antonelli had a bad quali. Alright, Piastri is off. Piastri is off and he's trying to get ahead of Carlos Sainz. Norris fighting hard with him on the left-hand side. Yuki Tsunoda up 2 spots. Get in, Yuki. Up to 11th. 3 spots. Was 15th? Was he 14th? 14th. Up 3 spots. There we go. Nice, Yuki. Piastri fighting with Norris for that 4th spot. He's gone up to 3rd. He can hopefully make it stick right. We're on an interesting tactic that we've gone for. Most people starting on the mediums. We're the only ones starting on hards. I'm guessing a lot of guys are going medium hards. Those that are all on the medium. They could do a medium soft as well, like Yuki Tsunoda. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Depends on how hard they go on their tires. Piastri is not going to be very competitive in the first few laps, guys. He's got the hards. He's got to get them up to temp. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to get a little bit of, you know, grinding from Piastri. That is a definite. Tsunoda and is going to have to get some spots up. Everybody ahead of him is on medium, so it should be a sort of an even race. We're going to keep an eye out for a ward on the softs. That's an interesting tactic. Stroll at the top there with the softs. Will probably pass Piastri if Piastri can't keep up with the medium runners. But here we go. DRS is now enabled from the next lap. No change at the top. Well, Sainz and Verstappen very close to each other. Norris, they've dropped him a little bit. Piastri and Norris are fighting it out a little bit there. Very close to the rest of the field. No real shockers in quali. We've seen how bad the Mercedes have been. Sargent recovered. I think he put in a new part. He did get a penalty. It was a 5-place penalty. So whatever damage he had, they fixed that. But yeah, here comes Piastri. Couldn't get ahead of Norris there. Tsunoda. Can you get ahead of Albon? Get a Gio in. Gio, I suppose, is the big shocker that made it all the way to Q2 and Q3 as well. I think he was just in Q3. I think he finished 10th in the end. So that's interesting as well. But I was talking about how good the RBs have been lately. Albon has been good. Zhao has not, though. He's been struggling a little bit, chilling it down there in 16. You gonna get the move Tsunoda on Albon? You're gonna push it? You're gonna make it stick? Ah, Tsunoda. Oh, make it stick, son. Be high aggressive overtake, actually. I think Piastri just got past Norris. He did. Nice, Piastri. There we go. I missed that. That's Tsunoda taking on Albon. Beautifully done from Tsunoda. Alright, Piastri now gunning down the front runners. Guys, like the sprint race, Tsunoda and Albon trading places. Award chilling in there. Award has joined his partner, Gio. They've caught up. Magnussen, Bottas are all very close behind. Zhao very close behind. Russell very close. all the way down to Iwasa, very close, all behind. Albon and Tsunoda really just lost the pace on Hajar. Piastri has been dropped a little bit by Verstappen, but in the same breath, he's dropped Norris. Verstappen and Sainz have just been trading first and second. We've got to make these hards last. If we look at tyre preservation, Tsunoda has burnt the tyres a little bit more than, let's say, Albon. So I think Albon, Sainz, Norris, and Verstappen, maybe not Sainz, but Verstappen and Norris and Antonelli are definitely doing a one-stopper. I think Albon as well. I think the rest are going for a two-stopper with the two softs at the end. So it's going to be interesting. Tsunoda's going to come in on lap 20, 21, 22, around there, to put on those softs. So hopefully when that can happen, you can maybe get the undercut on Albon. If he is doing a two-stopper, then it will work. If he's doing a one-stopper, it might not be in our favor. Piastri on the hards, though, is doing actually a very, very good job considering he's on hards, and behind him is Stroll with softs. Guys, Kevin Magnussen has gone past Zhao on the softs, and Yuki Tsunoda is still fighting with Albon and Zhao. Kevin somehow managed to squeeze his way through and try and catch up to Hajar and Sargent. Yuki's just struggling for pace, guys. He really is. I know this. It's my favorite track, and there is a lot of low speed cornering, which is not our forte. But we need to try and get ahead of Magnussen, and we need to try and stay ahead of Magnussen. I think Magnussen is on a one-stopper. You can see we've burned through these tires a lot quicker than most other mediums. I mean, nobody else except for Gio is in the 40, and Gio had gone wide a few times, so maybe that's just his tire wear. Don't see anybody else doing a two-stopper. I think we're the only ones. I think these are all going to go medium hard, guys. I think all these medium runners are doing a one-stopper. I think that is their play. Calm down, Yuki. Calm down. All right, Yuki coming around. Going to go into the pits. Stroll has not put in yet. This is where Piastri is making up spaces. Zhao is coming to the pit with us, and so is Award. I expected that much. I think Occan will probably come in as well. Occan is not coming in. Oh, wow. That's interesting. We got blocked by Zhao and Award. Are they still going to drop into their pit lanes, though? Because we got early access, so we should be fine there.
The taking is very, very difficult.
All right. Tsunoda,
Keep going.
now your race starts. Now your race starts. You need to make up a lot of time on these softs. Ideally, when we come in again for the second round, we need to be up in about 9th spot. That's where we need to be. Let's get those up to temp, and let's go. Let's go, Tsunoda. Hey guys, lap 27. Everybody else has pit. Tsunoda's the only one on softs. Everybody's gone on hards. Tsunoda has to now try and catch Hajar. So I did say we're going to be behind Stroll, but Poldi hasn't pit yet. He's the only one, and Albon are the only two that haven't pit. Well, Albon's just gone to the pits now. Right, this is now good. We need to catch up to Albon. He's gone so much ahead, hasn't he? I think I might have just overcooked the strategy so much. It's brilliant. Yuki needs to push, guys. Yuki needs to get ahead. Can we get ahead of Albon and Sargent? Sargent's out. Albon is coming out. Yuki's going to go down the pit lane. I think Yuki's going to get ahead of Albon. Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. Yuki Tsunoda very much ahead of Albon, and he's getting stuck behind Award. And Zhao. Oh, that is brilliant. All right, now in terms of lap times, we need to be lapping ahead of everybody ahead of us. We are lapping in 18 seconds. 118. Same as the race leader. Those behind me are all. So we're not really lapping faster than those on the hards, which is not good. But I can't really push the fuel as much as I want to. But Tsunoda does have nice clear air now, clean air, which means he can try and push a little bit and catch up to Sargent, who is what, 3 seconds ahead. That's Carlos Sainz, Verstappen have all caught up to Piastri. In fact, Sainz has passed Piastri. I've reached the point now where I might need to conserve some fuel. At least for these 5 laps, for both Yuki and Piastri. Yuki has caught up to Sargent quite well, actually. Sargent has been struggling a little bit as well. But I'm going to just change the wrong thing for his tires. Sorry. Go hard on the tires. That's what I wanted to do. Piastri's losing a lot of pace on them, but it's fine. Piastri's coming in 6 laps. Tsunoda's going to come in a little bit further. What? 10 laps? All right. Lap 37. Yuki Tsunoda and Sargent have been trading a little bit of places. Haven't really been commenting because they've just struggled a little bit. I wanted to stick. There we go. There we go. Poldi is in front of him. Hadjar is way in front of him. I think the 2-stop for Tsunoda is not going to be good. As I think the fact that he's got his pits in the next like 6-7 laps might not be ideal for Yuki Tsunoda. I mean, if he had it right now, that would be absolutely fantastic. The Piastri is coming in. Right, we need to come up ahead of Hadjar. We close. We are very close. I don't think we'll make it ahead of Hadjar. We should be ahead of Tsunoda and Sargent. Good stop. Good stop. We can do better. Not a bad stop. All right. Hadjar is coming around the corner. Piastri's got a long pit exit. Stroll is coming past now. Hadjar is just behind him. He's gonna pass us. Okay. Yuki's still far, so we should be fine. We've got clear air though. We've got a nice gap. And we can push. There's a yellow flag, guys. There's the yellow. If this is a safe, okay, it's not. Okay. I was gonna say if this is a safety car, I'd be absolutely annoyed. Poldi ran wide after
This was at turn 3.
He's got his softs on. Like I said, he was doing the same sort of track strategy as Piastri. He's made up 1 spot so far in his pit stop. It was 2 laps ago. He passed Russell, who's just been having a horrid time. All right, in terms of lap times, you can see Piastri is lapping a little bit faster than everybody else, which is ideal. I'm not sending him just yet. I'm holding up on the pit fuel. We're back to sort of even, but I want to save a little bit more fuel. Because in the last, 10 laps, I'm going to absolutely send it. That is the play. And then hopefully that can make up some spots for Oscar Piastri. All right, Tsunoda needs to come above Fittipaldi. That is the goal. Fittipaldi's coming around. He's stuck behind Gio. It's a long pit lane, isn't it? We're not going to pass Fittipaldi, guys. Gasly? Even Gasly's going to pass us. Oh, that's not good, Tsunoda. Alright, so Yuki, you got to absolutely go now. You've got some places to make. You've just been lapped. Guys, my plan didn't work. Well, it didn't work for Piastri. He's closed the gap, I guess, by 6 seconds on Antonelli. But I don't think it's enough. I've got to cool the tires off. We burned through these tires a lot faster than I thought we would. So there's that. Tsunoda's made up 2 spots in this run, and he's got Bottas just ahead of him in 2 seconds. Chilling behind Verstappen and Sainz again. He did get blue flagged, which cost him some time. Yeah, I messed up the strategy big time, guys. I really messed up the strategy big time. I overthought the strategy way too much. I really did. I way overthought the strategy. Piastri's going to be in puncture area soon. I can't pit him. If I put Piastri now, it's going to be just basically a disaster. We put him now, we come out behind Stroll. I mean, same with Tsunoda. If I put him, he comes out behind Gio. We're going to have to just coast these tires. I feel like this is the end of our race, guys. This will be the end of our race. Just not a good race for Yuki Tsunoda. Not a good race for Vazslap Racing in general, though. I'm so excited for this race. There goes Yuki, finishing in 15th. Piastri, just use those tires, man. We don't need to cause a puncture. You're gonna pass Russell again for a second time, by the way.
Very unlucky.
I'm really sorry for the team.
There we go.
Okay, into the
And
lane.
you can just coast. Oh, that was a disappointing race. Even worse so that Verstappen and Sainz and Norris all got points. More points than Piastri. And the fact that Red Bull got double pointers, Ferrari got double pointers, we only picked up 1 point. That's going to be huge implications for the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship. Oh. Motor's not my favorite track anymore. Right. This is all on me. I messed up this race badly. You can have a look at the rankings as they ended. Tsunoda, it dropped 3 places, I guess. It wasn't a train smash in terms of where he lapped. But Oscar Piastri losing 1 spot to Kimi Antonelli. In terms of the drivers, it does mean Max Verstappen closes the gap a lot more on us. Carlos Sainz closes the gap as well. He was sort of out of the race. He's now caught back. And Yuki picked up a point thanks to the sprint race, which is nice, I guess. But you can see Norris has now closed that gap on Yuki Tsunoda, and Antonelli is breathing down his neck. In terms of the construction, we were doing well. We were more than 120 points ahead. Red Bull have now closed that gap. Just 113. Well, actually 97 points, which is not good. DHL, though, with all those stops we did, we didn't even anywhere near the top 10. 2.1 was the fastest. I mean, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4 was not great. I didn't even notice Yuki's lap time was 2.4 in the other one. We don't get money. We have got to pay money. We lose 147,000 after that race. That was a poor race from us. Well, there you have it, folks. Not my favorite track anymore, unfortunately. After that result, yeah, that's all on me. I got the strategy so wrong in this race, so bad. The 2-stopper was just bad. Even Piastri going for the hard soft was just a bad option. We should have stuck with, just simple 1-stopper, hard to medium. I think would have been the better play going into this one. The softs at the end, we just didn't have enough laps left to really push on in the end with the softs. And yeah, just a disappointing way to end off the race weekend. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know down in the comments down below. Give us the thumbs up as well. Stay tuned to Vazslap Racing. There's a lot more to come next weekend as we're going to wrap up season number 4 next weekend. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Your boy, the Vazslap, is out of here. Peace and chicken grease.